10 famous people who died today, February 26, 2024. First is Kenneth Mitchell, Star Trek and Marvel actor, dead at 49. Kenneth Mitchell, an actor who appeared in the series Star Trek, Discovery and Marvel's Captain Marvel, has died, his family announced in a statement shared on his verified social media Sunday. He was 49. With heavy hearts we announced the passing of Kenneth Alexander Mitchell, beloved father, husband, brother, uncle, son and dear friend, the family's statement read. Mitchell was diagnosed with ALS in 2018. He and his family shared periodic updates about his health in recent years. In August, Mitchell marked the 5th anniversary of his diagnosis in a post on Instagram. My brother humorously mentioned that they don't really have a happy ALS anniversary card in the shop. However, I want to celebrate today, the gift of life. I'm so thankful to have this day in front of me. It's been a long 5 years. So much lost, so much gained. Incredibly hard times, mixed with so many more blessings, Mitchell wrote at the time. At the heart of it all are friends and family, caregivers and doctors coming to the aid of my family over and over and over again. Giving a plethora of support and love and care and encouragement. There is so much beauty in that. This disease is absolutely horrific, yet despite all the suffering, there is so much to be grateful for. Second is Buddy Duress, a tribute to the authentic talent of New York's own. In the heart of New York City, a star whose light shone brightly on the gritty reality of urban life has faded. Buddy Duress, a beacon of authenticity in the independent film scene, particularly known for his riveting performance alongside Robert Pattinson in the 2017 crime drama Good Time, has tragically passed away. His departure leaves a void in the world of cinema, where his raw portrayals of complex, street-smart characters garnered both critical acclaim and a fervent fan following. Buddy Duress's path to the silver screen was anything but typical. A native New Yorker, his life was a testament to resilience amidst adversity. From his breakthrough role in Heaven Knows What, a harrowing depiction of life on the streets, to his unforgettable portrayal in Good Time, Duress brought a profound depth to his characters, informed by his own encounters with the law and struggles with addiction. His authenticity wasn't just an act, it was born of lived experience, lending a rare truthfulness to his performances that resonated with audiences and critics alike. Beyond his most celebrated roles, Duress's filmography spanned a diverse array of indie gems including Person to Person, Funny Pages, and Flinch. Each role, no matter the scale, was infused with his distinctive charisma and unvarnished realism. His final appearance in Mass State Lottery, directed by J. Carroll S., showcased a talent in full command of his craft, promising even greater achievements on the horizon. The news of his passing, confirmed by Carroll S. on X, formerly Twitter, has prompted an outpouring of tributes from fans, peers, and collaborators, each highlighting the unique space Duress occupied in the landscape of modern cinema. Third is Golden Richards, former BYU star and Cowboys receiver, dies at 73. John Golden Richards, the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver who was part of their Super Bowl XII winning team, died Friday of congestive heart failure at his home in Utah. He was 73 years old. Richards was a decorated high school athlete, making all-state honors in football, basketball, and track and field in Utah. While attending BYU, he was the team's leading receiver and a dangerous return man on punts and kickoffs. After spending his senior season at the University of Hawaii, Richards was selected in the second round of the 1973 NFL Draft by the Cowboys. Mostly a special teams player in his rookie year, he made an impact in the NFC Championship game that season, returning a punt for a 63-yard touchdown. Richards became a regular starter in his second NFL season and became the Cowboys' main deep threat. Of his 26 receptions during the 1974 season, 4 were for over 43 yards. During Super Bowl XII in 1978 against the Denver Broncos, Richards had his most memorable moment as a pro. The fourth, Jackie Lowery, the first woman to be crowned Miss USA, has died at 93. Jackie Lowery, the first woman to be crowned Miss USA, has died. She was 93 years old. The Miss Universe organization announced Lowery's death with an Instagram post on Sunday, calling her a trailblazer in the pageant community. Lowery won the Miss New York pageant in 1952 before competing at the first Miss USA pageant, which was held that year in Long Beach, California. There was a tie for first place at the pageant, but Lowery was crowned Miss USA after a second round of voting, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Lowery went on to compete at Miss Universe, where she came in 9th place. As the first Miss USA, Lowery helped pave the path for title holders who dreamed of a career in Hollywood. Lowery signed a 7-year movie contract with Universal as part of her prize package, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Her breakthrough role was in the 1956 film Partners, in which she starred alongside Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. She had a recurring role in the Judge Roy Bean series and was Johnny Carson's assistant on the game show Earn Your Vacation. The fifth Chris Gauthier, Once Upon a Time and Hallmark Movies actor, dead at 48. Chris Gauthier, an actor whose credits included roles in Once Upon a Time, Eureka and several popular Hallmark Channel projects, died on February 23, according to a statement posted by his agent. He was 48. His representatives also confirmed the news to CNN. "We can confirm that our friend and client, Chris Gauthier, passed away on Friday morning, February 23, at the age of 48 after a brief illness. As a beloved character actor, Chris shared his talents with so many of us both on television and in film," read a statement provided to CNN by TriStar Appearances/Event Horizon Talent. "His loss is felt not just by his fans but by those of us who were lucky enough to know him more personally. On behalf of his family, we ask for privacy during this time so that they are able to grieve properly." His agent, Chad Colden, shared memories in a Facebook post, writing, "This still doesn't feel real. How can it? A world without you in it is a much darker place. So much so that when his wife reached out to me yesterday with the news, I wept tears of disbelief for hours. It's taken me till now to fully mentally and emotionally steel myself to write this," Colden wrote on Sunday. "I wish we could have had a bit more time together and that you understood the difference you made, not just in my life, but all those you touched. This world is a bit smaller and colder now without you in it." Colden noted Gauthier's work on shows like Smallville and Supernatural, as well as his performance as William Smee on Once Upon a Time. The sixth is automotive giant and philanthropist Jay Cimino dies. A familiar face to generations in southern Colorado has passed away. Gerald J. Cimino, the chairman of the Phil Long Dealership's Board of Trustees, died peacefully Saturday evening at his home in Colorado Springs surrounded by his family. Cimino, 87, was a trailblazer in the automotive industry. Viewers likely remember his many television commercials delivering the tagline "Colorado drives Phil Long." He joined Mr. Phil Long as a partner and general manager of a single Ford dealership in 1975. The company would later grow under Cimino's leadership to become the largest privately owned automotive group in Colorado. He retired recently as president and CEO of Phil Long Dealerships after 49 years of service. In addition to his many business accolades, Cimino was also a generous philanthropist. He established the Monte Carmel Veterans Service Center and Monte Carmel Wellness and Community Center. He also created the Phil Long Community Fund, which joined with the Denver Broncos charities to build 12 fantasy playgrounds, 2 skate parks, and 1 football field in Colorado. The seventh is Morgan heritage singer Peter Pita Morgan dies at 46. Peter Pita Morgan, the lead singer in the contemporary reggae outfit Morgan Heritage, died yesterday, February 25, the Associated Press reports, confirming a statement on the band's social media. No cause of death was given. Morgan was 46 years old. Peter Anthony Morgan was born in Brooklyn and grew up in Massachusetts with several other children of the Jamaican singer Denroy Morgan, whom they would visit in Brooklyn to play music on weekends. Known as Pita, the singer formed the group with 7 of those siblings in 1994, eventually winnowing down to a 5-piece. Their fusion of roots reggae with an increasingly pop-leaning blend of soul, R&B, dub, calypso, and other dance styles proved a hit both on US radio and in their Jamaican homeland, where the band moved after releasing debut LP Miracles. A series of hits on the Billboard Reggae chart followed, including the title track of 1999 album Don't Happy Dread and Down by the River from 2001's More Teachings. Upon releasing the latter album, Morgan elaborated to Billboard on their lyrical focus on Rastafarian praise and unity. "We put stereotypes to the back and character to the front. It's about who you are, and it's not what you look like. Mankind on a whole has to hear the same thing over and over again." In 2016, the group won a Grammy Award for Strictly Roots. Its next album, Abracadabra, was nominated 2 years later. The eighth is Charles Deerkop, actor in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting and Policewoman, dies at 87. Charles Deerkop, the busy character actor who played tough guys in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, The Sting, and the 1970s Angie Dickinson series Policewoman, has died. He was 87. Deerkop died Sunday at Sherman Oaks Hospital after a recent heart attack and bout with pneumonia, his daughter, Lynn, told The Hollywood Reporter. The Wisconsin native also appeared alongside Rod Steiger in Sidney Lumet's The Pawnbroker, 1964, played the mobster Salvanti in Roger Corman's The St. Valentine's Day Massacre, 1967, and was a murderous Santa Claus in the cult horror movie Silent Night, Deadly Night, 1984. After portraying an uncredited pool hall hood in the Paul Newman starring The Hustler, 1961, Deerkop got to work with Newman again in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 1969, when he was hired to play hole-in-the-wall gang outlaw George Flat Nose Curry. Deerkop had broken his nose in fights several times as a kid, so he was rather suited for the part. My agent was on a plane reading a script and it says, Flat Nose Curry. I think I have someone in mind, he said in a 2018 interview with Rob Word. So I got an interview with director George Roy Hill and got cast, quite simply. The ninth is rising Dutch rapper Bijadago tragically shot dead in Amsterdam amidst career resurgence. In the dim hours of a Sunday morning, the streets of Amsterdam's Sloterdijk district were shattered by gunfire, marking the end of a brief yet vibrant era in Dutch hip-hop. Danzel Silos, better known by his stage name Bijadago, a 26-year-old rapper with aspirations of transcending his turbulent past, was fatally shot at a business park around 5:30 a.m. Despite desperate attempts to escape the violence that had once again found him, Silos succumbed to his injuries in hospital shortly after. His death not only robs the music industry of a promising talent but also reignites concerns over the intertwining of urban music scenes with criminal entanglements. Bijadago's journey was one of stark contrasts. On one side, there was the gifted artist, a member of the hip-hop band Zone 6, who had captivated around 120,000 followers on social media with his raw, unfiltered narratives of street life, ambition, and redemption. On the other, there was the young man embroiled in controversy, with a trial for alleged threatening and kidnapping looming on the horizon. In August 2020, Silos narrowly survived an alleged assassination attempt, an incident that he vowed would pivot him towards a future focused solely on music. Yet, the shadows of his past seemed ever present, culminating in a violent confrontation believed to be linked to a feud with rival rapper Cobus L. The 10th is Jacob Rothschild, banker who broke from his fabled family, dies at 87. Jacob Rothschild, the banker and philanthropist who left the family bank to build his own financial empire in the city of London, has died. He was 87. His family confirmed his death in a statement to the Press Association. No cause was given. Our father Jacob was a towering presence in many people's lives, a superbly accomplished financier, a champion of the arts and culture, a devoted public servant, the family said in the statement, noting several of his philanthropic endeavors. A seventh-generation heir of the famed banking dynasty, Rothschild left N.M. Rothschild & Sons Limited in 1980 to focus on Rothschild Investment Trust after resigning from the family firm over a dispute about its direction. The offshoot business, now known as RIT Capital Partners plc, is today one of the UK's largest investment trusts with £3.5 billion, $4.4 billion, in net assets at the end of November. Along with RIT, he co-founded the asset manager St. James's Place plc and formed part of a trio that joined forces 3 decades ago in a $21 billion aborted hostile takeover bid for British American Tobacco plc, which if successful would have been one of the biggest takeovers of all time. Jacob returned the British branch of the Rothschild family to the ascendants, said David Hawkins, founder of Cliveden Advisory, a London-based strategic consulting business for wealthy individuals and their investment firms. He had acute business acumen.